It's me again, Randy Orton Fan 2011, here for you to bring you round 11 of 36 in Season 3 of the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. It's time for the Southern 500, the Pepsi Southern 500 from Darlington Raceway. Just about full swing in the season, and it looks like we're just about wherever all these drivers. And I just want to mention that this is the last chance for all these drivers to make the All-Star race without having to go through the All-Star Last Chance qualifier. So we're going to have a lot of drivers here with a sense of urgency trying to make the All-Star race without having to go into the Last Chance qualifier. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup. That was your starting lineup. Trent Dunham will be starting on the pole, and he's gonna need some good finishes at least to get back in the playoff picture. He's just outside the top 20 in points, and as you see, he'll be starting on the pole. So it looks like he will. So let's hope Trent Dunham can finally get something going. There's Michael Norman right beside him in second. Kyle Sosnowski, who could also use a good finish. He's in third. Barney Ward is starting fourth. And then we got, where's our points leader, Anthony McCurry, starting back in the 19th position. As I can see it, there is McCurry, our current points leader. He'll be starting back in 19th. Just about ready to fire up the engines, so let's get it started. Engines have been fired up. Let's get it started. 36 laps, going to be a long-ass race. We're here in the Lady in Black, NASCAR's oldest paved track. Just recently repaved with the new surface. All these fans are here, are ready to go in the Southern 500, the Pepsi Southern 500. There's the green flag. Here we go for 36 laps. Going to be interesting to see how everything transpires in this race. Now pay attention to the back of the pack here, because there's going to be some action going on here. We've got a couple cars bouncing off the wall. Richard Johnson bouncing off the wall there. Oh, Barney Ward is around. Barney Ward, Brian Richards around. Oh, then it's oh, there we go. Look at this. There goes the rest of the field. There goes the rest of the field. Wow. Yellow flag is out for the first time in this race. And Trent Dunham will beat the field to the line. Charles Sosnowski second. Charles Jackson third. Seth Cole up to fourth. Dylan Poteet now in fifth, but a lot of good cars got caught up in that. Barney Ward was actually running towards the front. We also saw Ryan Richards get a piece of that. Wow, that didn't take long for that to happen. So we're under the yellow flag for the first time in this race. Let's take a look. We'll put us under the yellow flag for the first time. Stay tuned. Here's what brings it yellow flag number 1 in the race, and it starts here with Barney Ward, who was actually towards the front here, who's actually running in the top 5. And it just happened. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. The separation that starts with the actual wall and the safer barrier. Barney Ward, Cody Lamas are going to go around, and Ryan Richards just going to get clipped by the 18 of Cody Lamas. See all these other cars now. Watch all these other cars. The track just completely blocks up. Callum Wells is going to make the first bit of contact. There's our points leader, Anthony McCurry, taking some hits, but he just barely gets through. And then watch all these other cars. They're going to come into the picture there. Sean Henley and Jacob Lawler, who are doing good in points, and there goes the rest of the field. The rest of the field just piles in. Everyone just piles into the rest of this pile, and wow, that didn't take long for something like that to happen. It's only a matter of time. Well, that's Darlington for you right there. Trent Dunham will be the leader. Kyle Sosnowski second, Charles Jackson in third. That's your podium so far. Let's get back to green flag racing right about now. We're back. Pacers giving us the one to go. 9 cars of DNF from the race from the previous incident just before one lap. Ryan Cooper, Luke Martin, Jacob Lawler, Sean Henley, Joseph Lombard, Cody Lamas, Bonnie Ward, Richard Johnson, and Alex Jones. Eric Burton and Brandon Bain, the Penske teammates, are considered a lap down. Top 10 rundown is this: Trent Dunham the leader, Kyle Sosnowski second, Charles Jackson third, Seth Cole fourth, Dylan Pote, that's your top 5. Liam Mervig 6th, Dylan Young 7th, Danny Wells 8th, Sean Galligan 9th, Michael Norman rounds of the top 10. Just about ready to go back onto the green flag here on lap 6. Now we'll see the lap down car, Brandon Bain. He could play a factor in this one. Green flag back in the air for the restart on lap 6. Kyle Sosnowski, Trent Dunham able to get away from the lap down car of Brandon Bain. And now look at all these other cars. There goes the Richard Petty teammates, the Richard Petty Motorsports teammates, Charles Jackson, Dylan Pote to the inside. They're going to take 3rd and 4th. So now we got a battle here between these two cars. There's going to be 2 battles here. Oh, Trent Dunham off the wall. Kyle Sosnowski going to take over the lead. And Trent Dunham's going to lose even more positions now. And there's a bunch of other cars that are on the pit road there. Back to the lead, back to the rest of the pack here. Again, a lot of action happening towards the back of the pack because there's so much, everyone just bunched up there. So now Trent Dunham, who actually hit the wall in the previous lap, fell from, I think, to 6th position there. Kyle Sosnowski's now off the wall. And who's the leader? I think it's Dylan Pote. Yes, it is. So now Dylan Pote is credited as the leader. Seth Cole is 2nd. And Kyle Sosnowski had 3rd, but now it's going to be taken over by Danny Wells. There's Sean Galligan, who's been having just a terrible season so far. Sean Galligan would most certainly love a top 5 or even a top 10. Kyle Sosnowski around. Going to lose even more positions. Just hit the barrier between the outside wall and the safer barrier. Seth Cole's in the wall. And it's going to be, well, it's not over till it's over, I'll tell you that. Danny Wells is now the leader. He'll lead a lap. He gets a bonus point. No, Dylan Pote's still credited the leader. My bad. Danny Wells is actually credited in 2nd. Sean Galligan 3rd. Trent Dunham 4th. And Charles Jackson runs the top 5. Still green flag laps going on. There goes the yellow flag. There's the yellow flag. Ryan Richards around. Callum Wales and Ty Naughton. So there go even more cars off the field. Ryan Richards, our previous race winner. Heavy damage to the 34 Taco Bell machine. He's done for the day. Yellow flag is out for the 2nd time in this race. And Dylan Pote, who actually had such good lap times. Look at that. 26.773, 27.659. Comparing the 43 and the 39. So Dylan Pote's actually going to lose a lot of that. So Dylan Pote's going to lose all of that ground that he made up. As per this yellow flag, as we're under the yellow flag for the 2nd time in this race. Let's get back to take a look at push under the yellow flag. Stay tuned. Here's what brings a yellow flag number 2 in the race. It actually starts back here with Sam Young and Ty Naughton. Sam Young just flat out takes out Ty Naughton, and then leads to Ryan Richards getting a DNF, and Callum Wales could get a DNF. That's what put us under the yellow flag. And there comes Red Bell into the picture. Gonna take a hard hit. So that's what put us under the yellow flag for the 2nd time. And actually Trent Dunham actually managed to get 2nd because Danny Wells actually bounced off the outside wall. So Danny Wells is going to fall back to 3rd now, as Dylan Pote is your leader. Get back to green flag racing right about now. We're back. Pacers giving us the one to go 1 cars DNF from the previous incident. That is Callum Wales. Here comes the top 10 rundown. Dylan Pote the leader, Trent Dunham 2nd, Danny Wells 3rd, Charles Jackson 4th, Sean Galligan runs at the top 5. Kyle Sosnowski in 6th, Liam Mervig 7th, James Cole is in 8th, Michael Norman 9th, and Seth Cole rounds at the top 10. We'll be coming around for the restart on lap 14. And so far, Dylan Pote is pretty much the one guy that is pretty much stayed flawless so far at this point. But remember, anything else can happen. We're still a long way to go from the checkered flag. Green flag is back out in the air for the restart on lap 14. Again, those cars are single file, and we're going to watch all these other cars that could start to bunch up now that we're all single file. And Dylan Pote just pulling away from the rest of the field is Eric Burton. He's going to head to pit road. Eric Burton going to head to pit road. Trent Dunham again going to bounce off the wall. And now with all those cars single file, he's going to lose all those positions. A hell of a lot of positions Trent Dunham's going to lose. And look at Stephen Whitman. He had to really back out of the throttle there. All those spots, Trent Dunham's going to lose even more positions. So another tough break for Trent Dunham, as now Dylan Pote's pretty much pulling away from the rest of the field here. So now Danny Wells is in second. Kyle Sosnowski well on the outside. He really says that you just don't want to be on the outside line there. You just got to avoid the outside because, and again, Trent Dunham hitting the wall again. Look at all the positions Trent Dunham is losing. Falling all the way back to 26th. And now Zohar Manu trying to take away 26th, so Trent Dunham will actually, Trent Dunham could just fell like a rock from 2nd to 26th in 2 laps. And look at Dylan Pote just pulling away from the rest of the pack. And Danny Wells is in the wall. And there goes Sean Galligan now. Sean Galligan now trying to take 2nd. There's James Qualls trying to take 3rd from Liam Ervig. Danny Wells has fallen to 5th. Charles Jackson is in 6th. Seth Cole 7th. William Duncan in 8th, trying to rebound after some terrible races. Tony Blazer is now in the top 10, and Michael Norman is actually credited in 10th. Now Galligan's going to bounce off the wall. James Qualls to the 2nd position. And look at this. Dylan Pote just running much faster lap times, just running down the rest of the field. Yellow flag is out. Anthony McCurry, our points leader, up in smoke. He's done for the day. Not the kind of day Anthony McCurry wanted to see. He's our points leader coming into this race. So not what Anthony McCurry wanted to see out of this. So tough break for Anthony McCurry, and all that ground that Dylan Pote had, he's going to lose all of it now to this yellow flag. But we're going to keep it here because Dylan Pote will lead at the halfway point. So Dylan Pote will get the extra bonus point for leading at the halfway point. So we're under the yellow flag for the 3rd time in this race. Let's take a look. We'll put us under the yellow flag for the 3rd time. Stay tuned. This brings a yellow flag number 3 in the race. Watch Ricky Hawk in the 54. Just get on the apron ever so slightly. Gonna get loose coming into turn 1. And right up in front of James McLeod. And Lyndon Wright's gonna get clipped from behind. And there's Anthony McCurry. Something happened with the 14 there. Take a look at you take a hit. Oh, right around here. It was John Waycross who actually went up into Anthony McCurry. So all these lower class cars are causing a lot of havoc here. And just goes to show you that. And watch Anthony McCurry. He's actually going to come back up. Comes back up, and there goes the rest of there goes everyone else. And there is Red Bell. Going to get into Anthony McCurry, and that's not going to be it for the 14. There was Jake Cole, and that is what cost Anthony McCurry a good finish, and he's going to DNF from the race. Yellow flag is out for the 3rd time, and again, Dylan Pote is going to lose all that ground that he made up on the restart. Under the yellow flag for the 3rd time in this race, let's get back to green flag racing right about now. We're back. PSR's giving us the one to go once again. 3 more cars of DNF from the previous incident. Jake Cole, Anthony McCurry, and Zohar Manood. And Ryan Richards also has DNF from the race, so tough break for our previous race winner, as we were just about down to 27 cars. Down to 27 cars. Here comes the top 10 rundown. Dylan Pote, James Qualls, Sean Galligan, Liam Ervig, Danny Wells as your top 5. Charles Jackson, Seth Cole, William Duncan, Tony Blazer, and Kyle Sosnowski 6th through 10th. So now Red Bell will be on the inside on a lap down. And with Dylan Pote just having the time of his life pretty much, and he's pretty much just about done it here, all but secured the victory, barring that he stays out of trouble. Green flag back out in the air for the restart with 15 to go. James Qualls, Dylan Pote getting some nice restarts there. The rest of the field not so much, and Danny Wells off the wall again, going to lose all those positions. All those positions are just getting eaten up by the wall, by the lady in black. And Red Bell just causing havoc now, just really causing the field to bunch up. Michael Norman is now in the wall. He's going to lose all those positions now. So now with all these few laps to go, this could open the door for all these other drivers And now the speed difference is really starting to come into play now. Dylan Pote just way too fast for the rest of the field. And there's James Qualls trying to just, he's going to go off the wall now. And just look at Dylan Pote. He's completely calm and cool. That is the determination of the two-time defending champ, I should say. And there's Red Bell. She's going to get out of the way now. So now it's going to be open season for the rest of the field here. Sean Galligan actually is going to bounce off the wall. He's going to lose positions. Galligan's going to bounce off the wall, going to lose all those positions, and yes. And Kosasnowski's going to bounce off the wall, and all these cars bouncing off the wall, losing positions. Ervig's bouncing off the wall. Man, everyone's losing positions fast via the outside wall, and the only guy that really hasn't gotten even close to the outside wall, hasn't even close to hitting the wall, was Dylan Poteet. And I mean, look at the lap times compared to second place Tony Blazer. Dylan Poteet ran 8 tenths, there's Tony Blazer, he's bouncing off the wall. Dylan Poteet's pretty much running 3/4 of a second faster than the rest of the field here. He's running 3/4 of a second faster than the rest of the field. So yeah, that really is playing to Dylan Poteet's dominance here at Darlington. And now look at all these other cars, they're pretty much battling for position here. The last thing you want is to bounce off the outside wall. And again, Dylan Pote just pulling away from the rest of the field. He's just about all but secured this. Man, look at all these other cars. Everyone else is bouncing off the wall, and Dylan Pote is just showing how a true champion performs right here at Darlington. Just showing a dominant performance here so far. I mean, just look at him pull away from the rest of the field. He actually gained 2 seconds on second place Seth Cole there. I mean, Dylan Pote, he's just calm. He's just completely calm. No worries, and all that clean air as well. Dylan Pote with all that clean air gonna have a huge advantage. So now pretty much the battle here is pretty much for second. So now it's pretty much a battle for second now for the rest of this race, because Dylan Pote's just pulling away from the rest of the field here. Again, it's pretty much all these cars that are gonna try and keep their car off the wall here. Everyone's going to try to keep their car off the wall. As you see Dylan Pote going to lap down Ty Naughton. 8 laps to go now. And, oh God, Dylan Pote has just dominated this race. Just dominated the second half of this race. Well, actually, Seth Cole is actually a bit faster than Dylan Pote on that lap. But still, Dylan Pote's 11 seconds ahead of second place Seth Cole. So it's going to be a lot of ground to make up for Seth Cole to... barring that Dylan Pote actually does make a mistake here. See all these cars. Now Seth Cole's going to bounce off the walls. Now he's going to lose even more ground to Dylan Pote. Opening the door. Trying to open the door for Pichu London, who could come away with his best finish of the season and his first podium finish as well. All these other cars trying to stay out of the way. The lap down car, Sam Young. All these other cars are just slow, and yeah, all these. I'm just surprised how we've been able to keep it intact here for quite a while. And again, Dylan Pote just pulling away from the rest of the packet, but he's got to find a way past these lap down cars for about 5 more laps. As you see, Dylan Pote able to clear Red Bell, and Seth Cole just losing even more ground. All he's got to do is battle for. All he's got to do, to tell you the truth, is pretty much defend second now. Charles Jackson trying to take that away in third. Pichu London in fourth. William Duncan trying to turn back his momentum after 2 bad races in Mexico City and Talladega. He's running 5th right now. And there was Michael Norman. He was bouncing off the wall just moments ago. Trent Dunham trying to come away with a top 10 finish here at Darlington after starting on the pole. And again, everything is going Dylan Poteet's way right now. Everything is going his way, to tell you the truth. Look at him reach almost 200 on the backstretch. Where's our second place car? There's Seth Cole. We're going to pay attention to him a little bit. And so Dylan Pote will take it with 3 laps to go here. And we're going to watch the speed right before they head into turn 3. Yeah, that just shows you Dylan Poteet much faster, clean, a clean car, completely clean car. But again, don't count out the impossible, guys. Anything can happen, but, these cars are smart enough to get out of the way of Dylan Poteet just completely dominated this race. 2 laps to go for the 43, our defending champ. So now it's all about a battle for second. And now Charles Jackson's taking over to second position. Ben Paul is actually looking for his best finish of the season, and now he's going to bounce off the wall. And William Duncan is also looking to rebound as well. Trent Dunham, he's going to bounce off the wall as well. Get back to our leader, Dylan Poteet. Liam Ervig's going to bounce off the wall. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Dylan Poteet. Just about completely demolished the competition here. So now everyone's pretty much battling for second place now. Everyone towards the back is pretty much battling for second place here. Back to the leader, and where is Dylan Poteet? He's on turn 3. Everyone just getting out of the way, knowing that Dylan Poteet will come off at turn 4. He will take the checker flag. Dylan Poteet wins the Southern 500. Get back to the battle for second now. Back to the battle for second. They're trying to figure out who's going to get it. Charles Jackson looks like he might get it. Seth Cole's going to lose a podium finish right here to Ben Paul. Going to come up with his best finish of the season. In third, Seth Cole will cross the line in fourth. William Duncan just barely getting fifth over Trent Dunham. We got sixth. Stephen Whitman is another top 10. He'll end up seventh. Pete London finally with a top 10 in eighth. Randy Carpenter also finally with a top 10 in ninth. And James Qualls rounds at the top 10. And the good news is, Dylan Poteet, the winner, didn't even hit pit road. Didn't hit the pit road wall like Liam Ervig did last season. So finally we got some order down here. We're going to see if anyone is going to be stupid enough to hit the pit road wall. It doesn't look like that will be the case, unfortunately. But a dominating performance, though, by Dylan Poteet as he comes away with the victory here at Darlington. And now we take you to your official race results. Here's a look at your official race results. Congratulations to Dylan Poteet, his first win of Season 3. And I believe that's his 7th career win in the Pepsi Cup Series. Yeah, I think it is his 7th career win in the Pepsi Cup Series. And just a dominating performance by Dylan Poteet. Just taking over the lead and just completely running down the rest of the field out of the track. Charles Jackson will come away with the second position. Ben Paul actually will get his best finish of the season in third. Seth Cole will come away in fourth, and William Duncan back with his positive momentum swing as he'll end up with a top 5. Trent Dunham with a much needed top 10 finish. He ends up 6th. Stephen Whitman with a much needed top 10 to get back in the try to get back in playoff contention is in 7th. Well, actually Stephen Whitman is in the playoffs already, but of course he might want a wild card spot. And Pete London with his best finish of the season in 8th, Randy Carpenter 9th, and James Qualls runs at the top 10. 8 more cars ended up finishing the race on the lead lap. Sam Young, Michael Norman, Tony Blazer, Sean Galligan, Danny Wells, Emilio Navarrete with his best finish of the season. It's been a long time coming for Emilio Navarrete, and 16th, that's not too bad, but you're just Emilio Navarrete just looking for his first top 10 of the season. I think he's one of only few drivers that hasn't had a top 10 finish yet. And there's Lyndon Wright and Dylan Young will go around at the rest of the cars to finish on the lead lap. We had 9 cars that actually finished the race at least one lap down. John Waycross, James McLeod, Kyle Sosnowski, Liam Ervig, Ricky Hawk, Wolfgang Mason, Ty Naughton, Red Bell, and Eric Burton. 15 cars are DNF from the race. Zara Manood, Anthony McCurry, Jake Cole, Ryan Richards, Callum Wales, Brandon Bain, Alex Jones, Richard Johnson, Barney Ward, Cody Lamas, Joseph Lombard, Sean Henley, Jacob Lawler, Luke Martin, and Ryan Cooper. And how fitting it is for Ryan Cooper to finish dead last and Dylan Poteet to actually win the race. And before I forget, there you go, now it's official. So a lot of action going on here at Darlington, and again, I apologize for not having the nationwide race up, but I mean, it's just bad luck that happened with me and Fraps, but whatever. So congratulations to Dylan Poteet. It is the first win of Season 3, and well, that will most certainly help him out in the points, that's for sure. And some We got a bunch of drivers getting some of their best finishes of the season here, so gotta give credit to them. And we're just about done here from Darlington. Next up is the All-Star Race Weekend. So next up it will be the All-Star Last Chance Qualifier. The All-Star Last Chance Qualifier. So for the Pepsi Cup Series. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And of course, we'll have the All-Star Race, 40 points. Well, actually 50 points. Make it 50. 50 points are on the line, so that's going to be even more than a win. So, you want to win that race. If you want to win any race, you want to win the All-Star Race. That's all I can say. All right, guys, that's it. This is Randy Orton, Fan 2011, signing off. This race has been brought to you by Pepsi Next. Crisp, refreshing, amazing Pepsi Next. I'm out.